Hello everybody, I am Elio, and let us continue playing Super Mario Galaxy! Last time we finished off Deep Dark Galaxy and Dreadnought Galaxy in the garden, and in this part we shall be continuing and finishing the garden with the last couple of galaxies we have there. You know, I don't think I've commented on it before, but I really do like the Comet Observatory music, and how it has more parts to it as you get more grand stars. I just like when music builds up in games in general. Like, in Ocarina of Time, when you're going up to your final battle, and the music starts building up there. It fades in. Builds suspense, I really like it. So, I'm going to start off here with the last major galaxy of the garden, and indeed the game in general, Melty Molten Galaxy. To continue my comparisons of garden galaxies being harder versions of previous levels, I'd say that Melty Molten Galaxy is like the Fireside of Freeze Flame on hard mode, with various bits of Bowser levels in there. So we start off here with the sinking lava spire. We long jump across fiery gaps and spin into crystals and get more starbits. You would often be encountering these sinking platforms here. Whoa! Yeah, if you time your jumps just right off them, you can jump much higher than usual. Kind of weird, but use it to your advantage as well. If you know where to use it. Oh, ground pound. Bring this down. Now, you gotta be careful there because two fire spikes come out and you barely get any time to realize they're even there or that they're about to fire at you. Which can be a little troublesome later, but that's for later. You can ground pound down on this volcano and you can stomp on that switch and make starbits come out, but you gotta be careful because the lava rises up, so you gotta be quick and get those starbits while you can. So Nintendo showing off, having to fly away from the volcanic eruption. And I'm pretty sure you need those starbits in that volcano there in order to feed this hungry Luma, which we're gonna do now, just so we get it out of the way. Also, it needs 80 starbits. I'm pretty sure that's the most starbits that any hungry Luma needs inside a level to unlock a hidden star. There's one in Good Egg Galaxy that requires 100, well that has more, but that doesn't unlock a hidden star. You have to feed that one to progress in the level, in a regular mission, so there's that. I really like the background of this level, by the way, because it's like two stars conjoined by fiery pillars and stuff. It just looks really cool, even if it doesn't make much scientific sense as far as I know. So anyways, goal of our hidden star here is to go around this planet and find more silver stars. You gotta be careful with the lava tide going in and out though. Though sometimes you can just be a little bit reckless if you long jump most of the way there and get your stars that way. And there we have our 5. Where's it going to put the star? Usually puts it where the tide goes in, rather where the tide goes out, and you can put it in the middle of a lava spot when the tide is out. Oh jeez. Gotta be really careful with this. You can die very easily. I actually rather recommend picking up the health extension that was backed by a question mark block somewhere. Just before we got our 5th silver star. Anyways, 1 star down. La da 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 da. We're back to binary. Binary numbers of stars. Okay, so let's head back in. Melty Molten Galaxy, so we can do the first star for real. Sinking lava spire. Yeah, man, I'm gonna remember. Skip the first part of the cutscene here, but not the second, so I can get those starbits back there. Those starbits are there pretty much every fly-in this on every mission in this level, because you always start in the same place. For some reason, they don't vary up like other levels have various starting place. Oh, super high jump again. Start to time it right with the grates going up. And grab my here. And once again, these fire spouts can just come out of nowhere. Because they don't have the warning sign like the others do right away. With the first time they fire, because Normally you have the little flares that come out beforehand, but not with those for some reason. You can get plenty of star bits. I didn't go inside the volcano because I don't need that many star bits. I think I should have enough for the last hungry Luma in the Comet Observatory. You know, nice little shortcut you can do there. It's very risky, but very worthwhile if you can pull it off. Oh, going around and around that pole star. I really like this bit here where they have that launch star just above the wreckage of a UFO there, and it's kind of charred as well, after being in the lava for so long, I presume anyway. Move on here, and we got more star chips to collect, joy. Just be sure to avoid all the fire orbs. This is one of the really harder galaxies. Definitely say this is in the top 5, which is to be expected considering it's in the garden, but yeah. It is pretty difficult, especially with a star coming up. So, there's our lava spire. Kinda looks like a spiral mountain, or the drill that shall pierce through the heavens. Indeed. Just gonna run as all these platforms start sinking. And break this, and... uh-oh. The game suddenly remembered it has to obey the second law of thermodynamics. Disorder is taking over! Everybody run! That is quite possibly the nerdiest joke I've ever made. Okay, so... yeah, run! Because this whole spire is sinking, and as the name of the mission suggests. You gotta hurry up and get to the top where the star is hidden in a crystal before you die. One jump up here, and... oh, grab onto that ledge, just about. You gotta be careful with that wall jumping up there, because if you mess it up and the lava catches up with you, you're kind of stuck in a loop. And here we have our star. After a nice little shortcut I did there, we can cut up a level of the lava spire. You can do that in a couple of other places as well, but I find it most useful and easiest to do there, where I did it. Oh, yeah. Celebrate in front of the Windows XP background. And getting up there in starbits, you actually do get an awful lot of starbits in Melty Molten Galaxy, if you know where to find them. Keep hold of them. Yeah, also, it's like the spire is the main attraction of Melty Molten Galaxy, with it being the icon of it and all. So, second mission, through the meteor storm. If you're thinking this looks like it's going to contain a lot of havoc, well, it is. All the meteorites shall be landing. All of them. So, bring those starbits here. Lunge up along here. And along with all the meteorites falling down, you do get a lot of starbit comets coming down as well. You can grab a load of those as you start off here. Now, you don't see this too often. I think this is the only time you ever actually see it in the game. You have to use that enemy to light the torches so you can make the launch star appear. Very interesting little puzzle. And you can't jump backwards here to reach the launch star. The game will stop you from doing it. So, oh dear. I'm gonna hide in the hole! Jeez, that was a little bit close. Yeah, this is gonna be one of the harder places to get through if you try rushing it. Oh, unjump! There we go. Get into that launch star. Alright, now this part. More star chips to collect. Enjoy. Grab up in this crate. Be sure to pick up the star chip and not just break the crate and move on, like I have done a couple of times actually. Not noticed I didn't pick up the chip. There's a third. Finish back here and get this one. Oh. The meteorites can be a little hard to predict and maybe a little hard to avoid here if you're not careful. You can get that one last, of course, because once again that's where the launch star appears and it saves you time if you do that. If you get that one last. Now this planet can be a little tricky as well. He's got to guide a bullet bill through here, so I highly recommend destroying these enemies along the path that you're planning on going, so they don't get in your way and waste your time if the bullet bills collide into them. So let me go across here, and try not to go on the inside, because the bullet bill catches up with you much faster that way. So you just break open the cage. You just gotta make it through that obstacle course of sorts. Now this is interesting. This is Melty Molten Galaxy is the only major galaxy in the game that has starball rolling, and it can be a little difficult, especially here if you're not looking out for the holes and you're rushing. That seems to be a theme with a lot of levels here in the garden. You just got to be patient, which of course I don't have the virtue of being patient, that is, and having to take my time because this is a race. I'm racing, but we got through it nonetheless. And once again, it taunts us going and goes on top of the flagpole. You know why I can't just stay near the ground? It's like the stars are purposefully trolling us. But we have it. It is ours now. Oh, shuddering. I don't know why. I guess it's the tension of playing through Melty Molten Galaxy. Oh, nice. Exactly 1,200 starbits. Okay, back into Melty Molten we go. It's a shame comets haven't shown up yet. It's just the orders I've done the stars in, that's all. Doing the hidden star first. So, for our last star in a major galaxy, we're going to reference the very first star we got in a major galaxy and have Dino Piranha come back, except bigger and madder than ever. And this is usually the longest mission in Melty Molten Galaxy. Just the sheer excuse me, throat's getting caught up here. Across here, from there, and we'll have a lot of small platforms here, which you gotta make sure to stay on, because otherwise you'll have a hard time getting out of the lava, and you just end up being comboed by the lava and dying. So just work your way up to this pipe here. And fly over here. And now we've got sort of a kill room, or kill planet of sorts. Just gonna venture around and kill all these potaboos, I think they're called. I just called them fire enemies up to this point, I think. I'm pretty sure they're potaboos. This game's potaboos anyway. And there's the last one. And these fire spouts are going to get in our way. But I'll just long jump around the back of them. Now, got a lot of flares coming up here, which you just gotta wait for, or I guess you could jump over them if you felt like risking it, but as I said before, patience is a virtue, especially in these harder levels. Now this planet, I always end up dying on this planet or mistiming jumps as I'm trying to collect these starships. Rather annoying. The platforms never show up when you want them to. Oh. And... oh, there we go. Oh. I never quite know if I'm going to make jumps on this planet, seriously. I really could do with that health extension. If I could jump right, there we go. Better safe than sorry. And 4, and oh, mistimed that. And collect our 5th starship, and I'm just going to land on that green platform there. Yeah, I'm just going to wait for it to go around to get to the launch star. Okay, I was nowhere near that launch star just then. It just sort of zoomed me over to it. Homed in on it. It's crazy. And long jump here. Well, not long jump. Get launched over here. Nice sling star. There's another Luma shop if you so desire it. But I've already got a health extension. And I didn't plan on spending starbits anyway. I would have bought one even if I needed it. So, once again, just like Dino Piranha back in Good at Galaxy, excuse me. We just need to fire his tail back at him when... except this time there's a catch. You've got to do it when his tail isn't on fire, because otherwise you'll get burned. And as he gets madder, he'll have flaming entrails behind him. You know, he'll have a flaming trail behind him, so he can get a little bit harder to hit the back of. Also, I find it a little bit ridiculous how unpredictable he can be sometimes. Sometimes he can run right past you, and sometimes he's as accurate as a homing bullet bill, seriously. Oh, mistimed that. Thank goodness I picked up that health extension. No, mistimed that as well, except apparently not. Either my timing was just that perfect, or I had some invincibility frames left in. As is, the fire on his tail turned off, I guess. I was still spinning, so it counted. It doesn't matter, I'm not complaining, I beat him, and I have my star! Woohoo! So that means no more bosses until we go to our final showdown against Bowser. Yes, sirree. Making nice progress on star bits. And do we have a comment available for us in Melty Molten? We do indeed! And it's a doozy. Melty Molten Galaxies Daredevil Run. Now, I just said that we're not going to be fighting any more bosses until Bowser. Well, that is indeed true, because the Daredevil run we're doing is the one for Lava Spire, the first mission. So, this is an unusual case for Daredevil runs. It's the only Daredevil comic where you have to do an entire level with one hit point. You can't get hit during the entirety of this level. And to say it's rather hard would be probably an understatement. I count this mission, among those 3 hardest stars I mentioned earlier. And right now, I kind of had the most issues with it. It's probably the hardest right now for me. It kind of alternates, those 3 stars, which one is hardest usually just depends on how hard I feel. This is where it's essential pretty much to wait for those fiery spouts to come out, those unpredictable ones on the wall. Because otherwise, you get hit by those, you start the level again and have to spend a minute getting back up to there. So, be sure to use that sling star there, and I don't know why you wouldn't, but I'm pretty sure you gravitate down towards those fiery areas, the like mini suns, I guess. Kind of look like mini suns, I guess. That shortcut once again through that stars. It's even more risky here because you have only 1 hit point, so I don't usually recommend doing it. I wouldn't recommend doing it at this level at least, but I have to be rather fast, so I did it anyway. I timed it well at least. That can be one of the hardest sections that way, going past the mini suns, and this is another one of the hardest sections. Avoiding all the fire and potaboos here in order to get all the star chips. Because one false step and one false move, and either a potaboo will just descend upon you, or you end up hitting fire spouts. I will actually wait for those fire spouts there. It is really not a time to be reckless here. Okay. And surprisingly enough, the sinking lava spire bit is actually pretty tame compared to those last 2 sections. But you still got to be careful while going through it. Shuddering again, jeez. Lunge across here, put the stars in the background as we go over here. And once again, it's the weight of a single Italian plumber causes all this crazy stuff to happen. All of the crazies. So, jump up layers here, you can go into this little alcove and then use these platforms. Then you end up... Oh! Yeah, you can triple jump to higher areas as well, if you know where to use the triple jumps effectively, but I don't want to risk those. Just like I don't want to risk falling down that long jump area there, so started with a backflip instead, so I have the necessary height. And what would really suck here right at the end is if that potaboo hit you, so be sure to avoid it or extinguish it with a spin if you feel if you want to be more cautious about it. And there we go, one of the hardest stars out of the way once again. Thank goodness. that one can be a real pain sometimes, and the more you play it, it has that weird effect where the more you play it, the more angry you get, and then your skill just depletes, and you'll get worse at it over time. It's weird. So, the mission we have left in Melty Molten Galaxy is the Purple Coin Comet, so, and that's not available for us right now, so in the meantime, we shall go over here and do the minor galaxy, Splatter Galaxy. This level, again, continuing comparisons of previous levels, except being harder, these garden galaxies. This is like that one section of Ghostly Galaxy, where you had those odd spots that would only appear at certain times. Except, on hard mode, it makes it a little longer as well. What's up with the camera here? It's like Battlefield Earth. Jeez. All angled and everything. We can get in here. We can solve the camera angle. Yeah, and I think I'll wait for those wall-jumping walls to reappear. Don't want to jump into thin air. And backflip up here. So we can do a little shortcut. Oh, no! Backflip! There we go. Because otherwise we'd have to wait for the spotlight to go back. And I'm too impatient for that right now. So, get up here, and for a good chunk of the level here, we're going to be using Spring Mario. I know, joy. Wonderful indeed. But it's not too bad as long as you control yourself, and it's a 2D segment, so you don't have to worry about falling off the front or anything. Falling into the foreground. Or anywhere else. And the spotlight moves pretty slowly, so you have the chance to control yourself. Usually. So, just continue jumping here, expecting platforms. Yeah, sometimes the spotlight can be a little too slow. Yeah, go for that 1-up if you want it. I don't particularly want to. It's not like it's hard or anything, it's just I'd rather stay safe right now. Then jump from here. Those grates look solid enough, just like the rocks, but apparently you can jump through them anyway. Not sure how it works. Maybe they got so small enough for Mario to fit through? I don't know. Yippee! 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 Whoops! That's probably the hardest section there, and the most toughly timed one to deal with. And just jump to this thing star here, and it'll bring you straight up to the pipe. I don't know what happens if you don't go through that warp star. Maybe you just have to wait for the spotlight to go all the way up. I don't know. Never tried it. Never tried waiting for it. I always go in the sling star. Now here we have a little path to follow as the spotlight moves along. Again, this one could be a little slow to deal with, but not as bad as the other one. Funny thing about this one, actually, this section of the level, the layout of this part actually is used in a similar way in Flash Black Galaxy. Kind of a tongue twister for me. In Mario Galaxy 2, where you can only see the path some of the time, and time the spin right and aim it right, you can knock those Magic Koopas into the pit at the same time, which is really amusing and cool. And there's our star off in the distance. See it glisten. Now this part can trick you out there. If you go down that path to the right, you have to perform a long jump just as these platforms up here appear. Or long jump to the main path, either way. And from here, we can make our long jump to the star. And finish off this level. Woohoo! Oh, that looked kind of cool for a second there, where it was just Mario and the star in that preview at the end. We're on a black background. Except it was kind of ruined when all the platforms showed up again, when it zoomed out. No well. And we have enough star bits now for the Hungry Loomer outside. You're gonna need 1,600. As I have now. I just have an insurance of 9, just in case. Just in case I mess up, which is very, very unlikely. So, looks like now our Purple Coin Comet is available for us here in Melty Molten. So, let's get to it. red hot purple coins. Yeah, this is one of the longer ones where you have all the coins in a great big area and you gotta pan out and search for them. Except instead of many of them being hard to find, instead you've just gotta fight to survive. In this case, you're much more likely to die than miss out on purple coins. As long as you know where to look. So I'll jump here. Oh, get that one in the air, thank you. And long jump across here. I like it when they just give you a straight path of them to collect. Makes things easier on both the developers and us, I think. Get that coin there. You hover quite a lot over the lava, which is kind of a jerk move, but what do you expect from the final major galaxy, yeah? There we go. Now we're going to be encountering an awful lot of purple coins underneath these grates here as they sink. So you just got to make sure they don't go down too far and collect the coins as you go along. This one here especially. And now this part, I really like this sinking platform because if you just run straight across and time the running right, you can just collect all of them in a row without having to stop. It's kind of cool. And there's one coin back here we need to collect. Oh, I'm wall jumping off the wrong things at the wrong times here, and the camera's not cooperating at all. And stop hitting me, Protoboos! I need my space. I could probably do with a coin right here to heal myself. I'm being very risky here, but I think I can live with it. Avoid the fire spouts here. I need to be cautious since I've only got one slice of health pie left. Head up here. You could save these purple coins for last, I guess, since this is where the star appears, up here on the top, at the highest point of the mountain of sorts, but the way, the path I'm intending to go will bring us back up there anyway, so yeah, it doesn't matter. Oh joy, I've got to get this with one slice of health pie! Okay. I'm gonna with that. That can be... It's not particularly hard to get that one, it's just a jerk move, placing it on top of the lava. After a straight path of coins. Cut the coins in this ring here and break this brick block so I can get a coin. It's really freaking me out that I just have that one piece of health pie when I have so many coins. And I'm so far through the level. Yeah, what I was mentioning about these platforms here, screwing you over if you go off them because you have very little space to land on and control yourself in. Yeah, that's especially dangerous here after you have most likely got an awful lot of purple coins. Because of course, you start all over if you end up dying. So there's our last star, and yeah, our last purple coin, and the star just appears up here. Just ended up around the back side of the cliff there. And there we have it! Final star of Melty Molten Galaxy, done! And the garden as a whole, in fact. We've just got the Hungry Luma outside left linked to it to do and deal with now. And that should be our last star of the video, I think. It's probably going to take us a little over time. It's going to take us to 32 minutes. But I want to get it out of the way now, so the pacing of the next video, the finale, would be a little better. And I want, just so I can do the stars that I want to during that. Just have the final trial galaxies and the final level in it on their own. I just feel it makes I feel it's more appropriate content-wise to do that for a finale. Jeez, is this guy greedy? He's the greediest Hungry Luma in the game, actually. Taking 1,600 starbits to feed. And he actually forms one of the smaller galaxies, actually, considering all that he ate. So, launch off here, and start off Snow-Capped Galaxy, with star bunnies in the snow. Snow bunnies in the snow. So, start off landing here on a little preliminary planet. I guess they've got to load this stuff on the other one. I don't know. Oh, Missed the shell that's back here. Because you need the shell to break the treasure chest. So you can get over there. Let's play Chase. So, we got one last Star Bunny hunting mission to do. So, what we need to start off doing is pressing all these switches. So we can uncover the manholes at the edges of this pill-like area here. Oh, get that switch there. And you can use the pointer, actually. It's one of the very few instances to use the pointer to interact with the level. And you want to uncover that little hole there. That hole in the ground, because that's where Star Bunny is hiding if you wheel around your star pointer over it. Now, when you uncover these manholes, they make it way easier with these manholes to catch the bunnies if you trap them in them. It makes it way easier to deal with. So, now I'll break open these snowmen and... oh! Didn't want to pick out that shell, but since we haven't, we're going to use it to break open that chest, which makes another Star Bunny appear. And break that snowman before our fire flower runs out. And that makes the final bunny appear. What I find hilarious about this bunny that was in the treasure chest, as soon as he appears, if you have the manhole covers unlocked, then the Star Bunny jumps straight into it, making it easier to deal with. And we have our third one. And we're done. You give it boing. The bunnies are so cute. One last thing to mention about this galaxy, I love the Aurora background. Auroras always look so amazing, and the colours of this one especially just look so good. Green and blue. One of my favourite backgrounds in the game. So, in this part we finished off the Garden Dome and its accompanying Hungry Luma Galaxy, and next time we shall finish off the game with the Green Star Trial Galaxies and our final confrontation against Bowser. So, I thank you all for watching, and I shall see you all then.